I'm going to open the autoclave in this mode. This is a heavy load. Why is a heavy load? We have osteotomes like this are really heavy, and we have a power tool with a rigid container. So for the reason this one cannot be a heavy load, and we are using this. Before placing the instrument inside of the autoclave, I can double check again that the PCD indicator is inside. So for safety reason, we move the trolley close to the autoclave when the door is totally open. We place the brakes on, and we, in this case, as you see, the light handles are removed. So we try to place them again. We remove the trolley carefully, placing the brakes off, and we close the door. When the door is already closed, I can choose the heavy cycle for the sterilization process to start. Thank you. Hi, this is the end of the cycle in the sterilization process where we have 4 power tools. So I'm going to approve the cycle, but before releasing the load, I need to check in here if it's the right time, the temperature, and the pressure. So as we can see in here, is right. The temperature is above 134 degrees, it's 135 degrees. The pressure was between 215 kilopascals, and the holding time for the sterilization process was 4 minutes, what is in the standard, and the cycle is fast. So I'm going to take the load out of the autoclave. So now it's 1:30 p.m. So while the door is open, I know we have to wait at least for 1 hour to the set to cool down. So I'm going to dry down in this caution hot surface. The load can be taken to this trolley at 2:30 or 2:30 p.m. So I'm using my thick cotton gloves, my PPE, to avoid any burns. The battery of the power tools we used to test the functionality of the power tools in the packing room before, it goes to the Vipro sterilizer. So for the Vipro we use a different kind of gloves, the normal nitrile gloves, purple, to avoid any contact with any chemicals. But for the autoclaves we use this one to avoid any burns. So I have my trolley. I'll wait until the door is totally open, and I place the trolley really close to the rack. I place the brakes on, and I take the rack off of the autoclave. Now I have my brakes off. And before anyone else can touch the trolley, I'm going to place the caution sign to avoid that anyone can be hurt. So I'm going to close the door of the autoclave, and I'm going to check now, without touching anything yet, if the batch labels are attached and there's no sign of wet packages or moisture. Everything looks fine. The indicators change color and the batch label. Now we have to wait for at least an hour for the item to be stored. If someone takes one of the sets before the set is cooled down, it can create wet packages, condensation, or moisture. For the reason we have to wait for at least an hour before we touch any of the sets. So I'm going to take my print out to attach to the book in the packing room, and I'm going to take my PCD with one of the batch label to attach to the book. Thank you. Hi, this is the book we are using to keep the records of the load. This is the micro power tools in here with another instruments. The batch label that is showing us the instrument are being sterilized, and the PCD indicator with the right color. When we record the records, we have to check if the cycles achieve all the parameters required, as I show in the temperature. It was the right temperature, 135 degrees, for 4 minutes, and over to 15 kilopascals, and the cycle is passed. And the color has to be dark. If it's brown, we have to call the technician to do a service for the autoclave.